Alright, well, hopefully that is live, and hopefully that does come up in 4K HDR. I'm a bit intrigued to see if it does, due to there being no full screen options whatsoever. I mean, borderless full screen, yeah. I don't know if I've ever done a HDR game in borderless full screen, but I guess here we are with that actually happening. Yeah, okay, it is going through in HDR. That's good. Because I've had issues before with action not taking HDR if it wasn't full screen. But yeah, there we go. So there's that. It's God of War on PC. Look at that man's nipple. Look at that detail on the on some of the shine on the stuff. I can already tell the difference now between even playing on the PS5. I've played a small bit on the PS5, but like not much. But even watching, like, I'd suggest 10 minutes of a Digital Foundry's video on it. It's really good and really showcases the drastic difference between the PS4 Pro / PS5 versions, visual quality, and what is possible with this if you've got the right hardware. Even lower resolutions in that can look really good, even compared to the checkerboard rendering over on the PlayStation, which is insane to think about, considering how good the checkerboard rendering on God of War looked at the time. And I guess how far the likes of DLSS has taken us, and hopefully Intel and others that are bringing in their own DLSS variants can do some cool stuff with it. Hopefully AMD catch up with stuff as well at some point, so it's available across the board in some fashion. So I'm going to use an Xbox Elite controller for this, for messing about. Played a bit here and there. If I turn on that a second now, I'm going to use a bit of the whatchamacallit, the MSI Afterburner a bit here and there as well, just to have it there for a few spots. I'll explain some of my video settings in a second. I don't want to use it all. I don't know if I'm going to play through the entire game on PC on stream again. Because while the entire game isn't on my YouTube, I did do a good bit of it on I did it all on Twitch. I played through the entire game on Twitch, and I think the final stream that I did is available on my YouTube somewhere. So, you know, there's that. Not planning to look at mouse stuff today, so there's that. But you know, we'll see how it goes. Oh, there's aim assist on here as well. Strafe assist. That's for the combat camera. Camera will automatically track groups of enemies when strafing. Interesting. Okay. I mean, that would have been all in the original anyway. So yeah, I've got my volume down to 20 because that works best with the stuff that I record at. Keeping everything on default. I've got no issues with the motion blur in the game. The motion blur really adds to it. People are going to have their own complaints. It's whatever. They can deal with it. I'm leaving NVIDIA Reflex off because I don't intend to use enough of the GPU for it to make a difference. Yeah, so like I've turned a few things up to ultra extra over what Alex Battaglia suggested on Digital Foundry, but I'll mess around with some things. Or do I try turning everything up to ultra? So shadows seems to be like what affects things the most. Actually, if we try it right, so we'll try everything on ultra and just see how it goes with the stream to start off with, and then we can like turn down from there. The first one will be shadows that will be going down. Yeah, on display I am using DLSS quality mode as well for that extra fine detail and other stuff. DLS is always the way to go. So let's hop in. Gonna do give me a challenge mode just for now because that is what I played the original at anyway, and I don't want to like constantly die. I want to get on and look at a few things. So give me a challenge mode should be fine. I guess if I do a God of War playthrough, I'd want to try in God of War mode this time around. So I guess we'll see. we're already like up at 90% plus for the GPU. I reckon shadows are gonna have to come down. Weird. It is weird seeing God of War with Xbox button prompts.
Found some.
Get in the boat, boy.
I think the amazing things. Right, yeah, that is already dropping. Right, okay, so shadows are gonna have to come down. It's amazing seeing Kratos like that detail on his on the skins and all that, and the detail on the clothing is fucking amazing looking compared to what I'm used to seeing with this game on the PS4 and PS5. It is ridiculous to see it, and PS5 version's good and all that, but it's you know, press Y for options. It's nice to see something look better than I've ever seen it and look really really crisp. Right, graphics, yeah. So shadows down. So what, we were running at like 90% there, or thereabouts. Just over 90%, yeah. So now we're getting 80%, smooth 60. Reflections would probably be what I'd need to turn down next, but I think we should be fine now with shadows down. So
Still want me to tie it to the boat?
I'd rather have shadows down than go to like a DLSS balanced or that kind of thing. I'm also using a 60 FPS cap in Riva Tuner. I've not tried to run the game yet without the cap on a Riva Tuner, so I wanted to see if that would like cause any issues as well, so that people could know whether it would work or not. But here we are, and it seems to be working fine. There's no real stutters or anything. The game's actually running pretty well.
Father?
What?
Did something change? The forest feels different now.
Everything is different, boy.
Nope, bit of stutters going through here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Is that reflections by any chance? That's graphics. Reflections. Might be atmospherics as well. We'll try and turn on both of them and see how that works for performance sitting in here. No, I'm looking over here brings out right, okay, what else did he suggest? It was I guess model quality? No, I didn't want to set it to default. Yeah, I guess model quality. So Alex Batalia's settings do seem to be the best because that is basically what's set now too. Because I guess if I turn model quality back up there, for model geometry. Yeah, so just this spot is just a bit... I don't know if it's CPU limited, maybe? I doubt it from what like he'd shown off on this thing, but this is a nice little nook for having a look at that. Right, what happens then if I turn up the rest of the stuff then again? And we'll go from there with model quality at thing. Okay, well, shadows and that are really pushing it. I think I'll turn down shadows then. Graphics, shadows down. I like to try and keep things about 85 max. Yeah, that seems about fine now. Nice and smooth. This is a 2080 Ti as well, by the way. I forgot to put my specs inside the description. I think even like if I was using original settings, just the extra increase alone from the detail on materials and such is such great eye candy. Like, you know, it's not going to be worth it for anyone. And like, again, the PS4, I enjoyed the PS4 version at the time, and the PS5 version, or the PS4 version running on the PS5 plays quite well at 60 FPS and all that. So it's fine, really. I can tell now that the anisotropic filtering really is added now to the ground textures here. Because if I turn that then down to anisotropic filter, if I turn that down to original, yeah, there's just not as much nice detail there at all. If I leave it there for like a second. Then I'm guessing it ran like what, 4 times then? If the settings are usually like low, should be like 2 times. I'm gonna guess 4 times, 8 times, then 16 times. You know, it just looks really good. I need to look back at the video and see what his performance stuff with the model quality mentioned, because that's interesting now that model quality underneath seems to really fuck it up. Was model quality something he suggested at Ultra? Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know. It's gonna be something for me to look at after the stream, I think.
That was the last.
Oh, there do I see my mother. Oh, there do I see my father. Oh, there do they call to me. 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 She's ready.
Find your way home. You are free.
I'm sorry.
Squeeze. This knife. It was hers. Now it is yours. She taught you to hunt.
She knew.
Show me.
Now?
Now.
What are we hunting?
You are hunting deer.
Which way?
In the direction of deer.
Okay, this way.
This also has the NVIDIA update, by the way, for...
Father, why are we doing this now?
I need to know you can survive the journey.
Then we leave for the mountain?
Depends on you. Hunt.
Okay, I'm just wiggling around with the mouse at the moment now. That seems... I mean, mouse seems okay. Alright, this is back with the controller. I just want to mess around here now while I've got the chance with... being the first time we're out about. What's the run button? Do we have a run button? I can't even remember if there was a run button in this game or not. It's been, what, 4 or 5 years now since I played the original through. That's good. The controller feels a bit more sensitive, though. I don't know whether they've turned up the default, or maybe like whether like resolution and frame rate changes. That frame rate shouldn't really change it given the PS5 version, but I don't know.
What did you find?
Tracks. Not deer, though. I'll keep looking.
Oh, wait. Interesting. I wonder if that is a... Well, let's turn on performance analysis again. Seems fine.
Maybe this way?
Oh, wait, where's those stutters coming from? Maybe that's from turning on probably from turning on actually the Riva Tuner stuff again. Right, if I turned off DLSS now, there. Is that kinda, but it's still there. Also, yeah, performance just pretty much probably need to run at original settings to get 60 FPS, I guess, even with there's a couple of extra things up at Ultra. Yeah, it's interesting shadow stuff there. Whatever. Game looks good. It looks really good. It feels good. It feels smooth.
Boy.
I wonder if some of the stutters now are maybe caused by
Close.
the Riva tuner
But also not
60
here.
FPS cap.
See? Tips are too wide. Mountains up?
Your mother taught you well.
Yeah, those shadows look very sharp now compared to here on the PS4 version. So nice footprints. I really don't recall the fog being so thick around here. Maybe it was on the ground, but I don't know. It feels like it just wasn't anywhere near as thick.
This way.
Got a ship.
More tracks?
Yeah. But they're too round. Could be a wild boar.
Good.
Oh! Now what?
This way, boy.
Hup! Oh. Wait, deer tracks. They're fresh. This way. Ah! Found it!
Slow down, boy.
Sorry.
You are hunting deer, not chasing it.
Yes, Father.
I'll go grab a couple of these things out here anyway. Showcase more of that punching. It's really cool though that, you know, to see that it'll be give a good chance for PC people to play some more good Sony stuff. Days Gone launched okay on PC, couple of issues here and there, but for them it was okay. Horizon was a pretty horrendous port at release, and it seems to have got better. Like the last patch has fixed a lot of my problems, except for mouse still being broken, so it still isn't perfect, and I'm very upset still with mouse not being great on PC for Horizon, because that is a game I really do want to play with a mouse and keyboard.
He broke our bridge. How are we gonna get across?
Step aside.
Wow.
Go.
Oh. Here. There it is!
Hold! What are you doing? Now his guard is up. Only fire. Only fire. When I tell you to fire.
I'm sorry.
Do not be sorry. Be better. Find it. Find it.
My bow!
No! You are not ready! Stay back!
Okay, right. That's so seeing as we're getting a couple more drops here, let's drop even more down to what Alex Battaglia suggested. Yeah, reflections might really help that. Oh, hello.
Father! Love you!
Still, I'm gonna guess it might be just the using the frame of the driven sight RTSS. I'm definitely getting it a lot of the well-timed parries in a lot better than I did on thing. It does feel like the even without NVIDIA Reflex, it really does feel a lot better for just general input lag. Yeah, that felt all right. You know, it's like riding a bike, but it definitely feels a lot easier to parry versus what I had on PlayStation. I'm just interested in those drops that I had and where they were coming from. I might need to look back at my own stats and see, or remove RTSS and see. That was weird.
Keep moving.
Seems opposite to what Alex Battaglia had talked about. Did I turn down atmospherics? I didn't turn down atmospherics. Maybe that would help the final bit. I can't remember which one. I know shadows were like the main one for culprit, for like ultra being the one that took down a lot of performance, but on the Digital Foundry video, so maybe atmospherics was doing the last bit of issue with
Here's this way.
during
I
action.
can see more tracks. Or we can follow you.
Yeah, follow me. I'm great. If I recall, there are wolves down here, right? Interesting. Sparklies and that on the wall from the water thing. I'm wondering if that is right, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna die to these wolves now, aren't I? Maybe not. Right. Not so bad.
We're just hungry.
What?
The wolves. They weren't mean. They were starving.
Yes, I imagine they were.
What?
He can no longer use it. We can.
Man, that water looks so good. I feel like... See, the problem with shadows in games, whenever they've only got the original Ultra and all that, is like some shadows look good, but some shadows look unrealistic whenever you've got the sharper shadows, so it's hard to get a good trade-off. I know there's been like various soft shadow techniques over the years to try and like mitigate that and to try and make shadows look a bit softer depending on distance from the sun and that kind of thing, you know. I feel soft shadows are a thing that have dropped off unless they're like automatically included with a lot of things now, but it doesn't feel like it. Look at that water. Some good looking water in 60 FPS. So the game seems to be 160 FPS capped, I guess. So not that it doesn't seem too many CPUs are capable of going above 160 FPS anyway. Even the best seemingly dropping below it, judging by what Digital Foundry showed off. Flag.
Up there! You went in the old temple. My mom told me never to go in there.
We do what we please, boy. No excuses.
Might be CPU limit, judging from
Can I have
where my
bag now?
Can you
CPU
hit it
3 is
from
going
here?
up on the list
We should get
when
closer.
loading in new areas. Sitting around 80%, that might be bottling there.
I went hunting with Mother a bunch of times. She never wanted to take me. Why now?
It was her wish. And it was time.
Okay.
I'm just going back where I came. I'm just literally just going back, aren't I? I got distracted by looking at the looking at my at the stats for a second because I was just trying to see if there was like any CPU jumps for any loading or anything. This is the DX11 game, as it says in the corner there. So we're in the bottom left, D3D11. So. Having the Reva tuner thing in the corner is not helping for me keeping an eye on things. So I'm still trying to watch and see if any drops pop up or like what increases. Because there shouldn't have been any traversal stuff, so I don't know. It's weird. Is that a health thing? It is a health thing back there. Okay. If I realized that, I would have been able to come back and get it. Like whether I use right click aim a lot for fights or not. Okay, right, I'm getting my ass handed to me now again. Okay, so let's remove this a second and see if that helps, so I don't have the excuse for it. Because I at least want to get through to the big fight and call it there once I get through the big one. get this health, just to be on the safe side. Okay, right, great. Okay.
It's open. You froze it in place. Clever.
That's me, Mr. Clever. That's what they call me. Kratos, Mr. Clever Jackson.
So
Alright, got stuck in place for a second. You'd
Where
love
you
to see
going?
it.
I
Yeah,
think
let's,
he's this way.
yeah, let's just go on to the... I don't know, I really... Because I should be able to get some health, right? Maybe? I can't remember the placement for health half the time. Don't think you get health in like random spots, but oh, I did, okay.
Look here.
Oh, look! It's Skull and Hati, the giant wolves who chase the sun and moon. Where did they come from? How did they get up there? What's happening there at the end? They eat the sun and moon? And then everybody fights?
The extra details on that. Well, thank for pushing me a trace. Never seen that happen before after all the hours that I put into the original. Really like the extra like details in the wood and like just the paint and that. There's just something like extra striking about it. But I see what Alex also talked about in that Digital Foundry video off, like with the camera slightly moving, and there's like a, I don't know how well it comes across on YouTube, but like just standing here, there's like a just like a slight like weird distortion effect on like the text and even like on the texture on the wall on the left, and just the general textures. There's like just a slight distortion from it moving. Like it just looks a bit like just artifacty, I guess. It's the word I'm looking for. Could be as well that having Afterburner open is causing it to stutter a bit more as well, seeing as I've noticed that with a lot more games recently where Afterburners really
Wait for my mark.
causes an issue
Relax.
with performance.
Do not think of it as an animal. It is simply a target. Clear your mind. Steady your aim and breathe in. Exhale and release.
I got it!
Good.
still alive.
Your knife. No. Finish what you started.
I can't. We're gonna fight that?
We have no choice.
Alright, let's go, Dottie. So it's LT to target specific enemies. Okay, that's...
Okay, just tell me when to shoot.
Always like aim for the glowing points, but I don't think they do anything in the end. I always thought the glowing points were like special hits. I know you've got like a chance of staggering in the leg. Bounce off the head or something later ones. There we go, that's the stun I've been looking for instead.
control of yourself, boy.
Fine!
Boy.
Think I'm afraid of you! You're nothing to me!
Boy, look at me. Look at me, boy. Boy, look at me.
We did it.
You are not ready.
What? Are you serious? I found the deer. I proved myself. How am I not ready?
We are going home.
I haven't been sick in a long time. I can do this.
You are not ready.
Alright, well that's the opening of the game that, you know,
I am ready.
Do not speak again.
that is everything. I will probably now retest this myself with RTSS thingy stuff off and Afterburner closed and see if that like stops some of the stuff from being a bit weird performance that I wasn't expecting, so it could be just CPU issues. I do not know. This is using the new driver as well, that I don't think Alice Battaglia would have had access for, seeing as it came out after the video, and I don't think they gave early access to the driver, but, you know, I could be wrong. Yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting to see. Game looks good, though. Game looks great. Game looks amazing. Like, I played the original on PS4 Pro, on a 1080p TV without even any HDR back in the day, so, you know, it's a good improvement. Just look at the quality on like his armor and that. It's top notch.